I want to show you a couple pictures of prominent figures rocking blackface and get your reaction to it. Is that all right?
Very interesting. I did not. Okay.
This is Rachel Dolezal, who was a president of a chapter of NAACP, who identified as transracial. She said that she was born in the wrong body and that she identified as black. This is Ted Danson at the Friars Club Roast in New York City. This is Sarah Silverman in blackface on her TV show.
Those are skits. The other one, this person genuinely believes that she's black.
Yeah. What do you think of when you see these images?
It's not good. It's really bad.
All right, so we're setting it up here. You can kind of see where this video is going, right? You can kind of see where this video is going. He's setting up, he's lining up the shot. So getting people to talk about how obviously blackface or people pretending they're black or whatever it may be. Gave a couple examples, people mocking, using blackface, and other people that believe that they're blackface. That's bad, that's no good. So we've drawn that line there. Next scene.
Do you think people can identify as a certain race?
No, I do not believe you can identify as a certain race.
So do you think identifying as a different race is offensive?
This is a very good question. I think, I don't know. You can't become something that is recognized off of skin color if you weren't that skin color your whole life.
Right, because it's biological.
Mm-hmm.
It's biological. They know something's wrong about this, right? Well, you can't do that. You can't just identify in a different age. Oh, well, today, you know what? I'm 15 years old. You can't do that. It's biological. Okay, we're getting somewhere here.
Do you think that people who claim transracial are making a mockery of real black people?
Yes.
Yes. What goes into that? Besides maybe changing your skin color, what do you have to dress like a stereotypical in your mind? Do you have to check the boxes of stereotypes to make yourself more black? If you are identifying that way? All right, so this is where things get really interesting. This is where things get very interesting.
Have you guys heard the term woman face?
No.
Have you heard this term? So this is men who identify as women and then they benefit socially and financially from many cases. Do you guys know Dylan Mulvaney?
No.
So he transitioned, and after he transitioned to a woman, he has millions of dollars in brand deals. You have Leah Thomas, who has William Thomas, ranked very low on the swimmer scoreboards. After transitioning, was #1 in the country.
It's bullshit to me that you reap benefits for something you're not.
What an amazing thing to be calling it. You're you're dressing up as a woman. You're putting on a woman face. I think people should actually normalize that phrase. I do want to go back really quick. And Aldo did mention that, I believe he said in many cases, people can benefit socially, financially, whatever it may be. To a certain extent, that's absolutely true. However, we've done these videos with Billboard Chris. We've talked to people about this in depth. And you have these people cheating the system that are getting, maybe they're self-conscious and they're getting respect from their peers, and that's kind of why they're more curious about radical gender theory. But a lot of these kids, the overwhelming majority of these situations are children are kids with issues, are depression issues, multi-personality disorders. Many are on the autism spectrum. So while some are benefiting both socially and financially, the overwhelming majority are using transitioning as a treatment for their other comorbidities.
Is woman face offensive?
I don't think that's woman face. I think those are people who were born in the wrong bodies, who are becoming themselves.
So if you can identify with a different gender, why can't you identify with a different race?
The biological side of it, because race has no biological connections whatsoever. It's purely based off of physical appearances.
I just asked you if it was biological. You said yes.
Is recognized off of skin color if you weren't that skin color your whole life.
Right, because it's biological.
Mm-hmm. Or I mean, sex has biological backings, but gender is not. Gender is a spectrum.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Why is gender a spectrum but not race? Who are they to decide that? That seems slightly inconsistent here. Being a biological male and calling yourself a woman is arguably just as extreme as being Caucasian and calling yourself black.
Why is it socially acceptable to be transgender, but it's not socially acceptable to be transracial?
I think that's they're very different things. I think that
amazing question.
I don't know how to phrase this in a way, but that
She doesn't end up answering it. I saw a comment recently, somebody just saying, if you want more Gen Zers and younger people to be won over by these points and these arguments, don't just bully them. And I'm actually going to listen to that, because I will give these people credit that they're thinking about this. They're actually trying to think critically instead of shouting down the conversation. Aldo asks a fantastic question there, and they're genuinely trying to answer it. They're actually trying, instead of just shutting it down, aside from the one girl that's basically completely shutting it down. Some of these people seem to actually be listening to his questions and trying to figure out and maybe learning in that process. I like seeing that. I think that's an absolute win.